Netflix is making a DC game. Let's fucking go. Welcome to another Teladia Plays members panel live stream. I'm your host, Teladia Plays. But before I bring on my guest, first I gotta bring on my co-host. You guys know him as Comics League, so let's bring him on in.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hello. And we're gonna bring on a guest. So please welcome Tevius from Tevius Smoke on YouTube and
Hello.
Pika Shades from Pika from Pika Shades on YouTube. Welcome on in. So, lads, we're here to talk about a lot of different topics, and let's talk about where is it? Where did you put it?
It's
Okay.
all the way at the bottom.
Okay. So why don't we talk about the first big one, which is Gal Gadot back as Wonder Woman?
All right. So this is something that I saw today. All right. So what I noticed is that you know how like you have those people that like follow the celebrities and ask them questions on the streets. Well, someone did that to Gal. Ballsy move, but okay.
Really?
And he asked her about like her like future as Wonder Woman and the whole James Gunn thing. She said she doesn't have any beef with James Gunn, and then said, as far as Wonder Woman, time will tell. Now, I want to make note of this because in light of Zach coming back to direct like a 300 like prequel series, I'm thinking, because you can't tell me that they didn't have a conversation with him when they were negotiating. Hey, if this is popular, maybe complete your DC movies. Maybe you can't tell me that was not a conversation.
What do you? What do you guys think? Like Pika. First, we'll kick off with Pika, then we'll go to Tevia.
That is interesting news. It's interesting indeed. It's also the whole thing that they're not. What's the whole saying that no burnt bridges in a sense, and if the 300 series is still on Warner Bros. And Zack is indeed making it, then there is the bridge into coming back to finishing the move, the Snyderverse.
A breach? What do you mean?
Well, that's what you said. He comes there, they can negotiate, whatever, and you know how they say, don't burn any bridges.
How would that burn a bridge if he comes back and they say, "Hey, it's
the opposite of not burning a bridge. It's having the bridge and then build a bridge from there."
Okay, rebuilding. Yeah, I could see that.
Hey, what's up, Najee?
I mean, the very fact that he's even considering doing work with WB is actually it's very big.
I know.
Samir says, if I was a betting man, I bet James Gunn asked him if he'd be interested in directing a movie or TV series for DCU. They respect each other and have worked together before.
I'm sure that was part of it.
Yeah. Might be also in the sense that they want the fan base to be somewhat united into growing, not have two separate fan bases fighting off each other, and unite them in some kind of healthy way.
Could also be the whole thing where it's like, let's have an alternative in case the James Gunn universe just tanks.
It's possible.
Yeah. Tevia, what do you think about the rumor of like Gal Gadot possibly returning back as Wonder Woman?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm surprised that at the Idol rumor happening because I never in a million years she would turn Wonder Woman, given the factor of the rebuild for James Gunn, the whole recasting a lot of characters, especially with Henry Cavill gone, Ben Affleck gone. So I never in a million she would return after those two actors are gone, especially all the other actors are gone. So I thought this never gonna happen. But if it does happen, it's a possibility. Then I think it's gonna be cool. But see, I know it's a question because wait a minute, wait. So you played both Hunterville and Ben Affleck, but you think Gal Gadot one on? Forgive my confusion. Won't that cause a confusion with all the general audience?
Well,
No,
I mean,
because
not if they bring her back just for the Zack Snyder stuff. Because I think if what I think is happening right now, if that is part of the deal, and they say, hey, yeah, come on back and finish your DC stuff. What they're probably doing right now is going around and like to all the actors saying who's going to come back, because obviously if Zach can do it but no one else can, they're not going to do it. So they're probably around saying, okay, is Gallon, is Ben in, is Henry in, Ezra's definitely out, is Ray in.
Yeah, besides Ray, is James Momoa back in?
Yeah, well, Momoa is definitely back in. There's no way he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Ray is a question mark.
Samir says that would love to see Gal in the MCU
as Power Princess.
As Power Princess, yes. As Jared has got a video on. If you guys haven't checked, if you guys haven't checked that video out, make sure you guys go to his channel and check it out.
I have been trying to watch one of those long videos and podcasts Jared has been doing on longer bike rides to work and back. It's that part of the summer right now.
Yeah.
But I'll say this in regards to Gal returning, as Wonder Woman, I think it'd be beneficial for her to come back. And I think a lot of Gal's fans and the Snyder fan community would be like, yes, we're getting Wonder Woman back, bringing hero mode.
Bring Gadot as Sailor Jupiter. That would be interesting.
I get the reference.
That would be interesting.
No, it was at some other anime.
It's from Sailor Moon.
Yeah, I know Sailor Moon in that sense, but I don't think that was the one. I think I grew up with some Sailor Moon ripoff of which name I have forgotten by now.
I have no idea what it was. Sailor Moon ripoff.
There were many things have ripoffs. Some of them are successful, some of them are not, and most of them it's.
Not
the topic for this discussion.
Yeah,
but anyway, as far as Gal Gadot return one, if she does come back, that'd be cool. But then I'll do a question there. If it's Snyderverse for the Judges 2 and 3, that it could be good because that would get fun, get to Unity fandom, and we can end Snyder's story with again never get Snyder and never get the guy do like the guy at the even though some of the it's controversial. At the same time, though, if it means we get the continuing of a story or finale of a story, good. That's great. That means we finally end this story and we can move on for the future.
Exactly.
That's what I want. I just want unity, not division anymore.
Based on also what Jared said about seeing of which actors could come in, and with building the bridge from the 300 series. Like if you have the series be done, and you have the old actors be brought back into some kind of roles in the series, and then have them brought back into finishing in the movie series that way. That would be a strong possibility or a method to bring everyone back and finish it.
But GDI says I always wanted a Batman movie that cut the soundtrack of action scenes.
No soundtrack? Okay. That's
odd.
That's an odd choice.
That won't work.
That reminds me, did the warehouse fight have music?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
Yeah,
it did. The song is actually called "The Warehouse Fight." No, it's actually called "Blood of My Blood" or something like that. I think.
Something like that, yeah.
But it's been 3 years since because.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I did the whole 5 videos long scene by scene, that was I think enough for some time. Maybe need to do a proper rewatch of it at some point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But on the show, which actors from the movie would stay that are interesting casting? Michael Fassbender, I know he was in the movie. George Butler, I know he was in it.
Well, it depends on what story they're going to tell, because they're doing like the rise of Leonidas. Yeah, they could definitely bring back like pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Has Gerald Butler aged gracefully enough to be brought back to play a younger version?
So,
I think so.
So GDI's got a question for us about the 300 show. Which actor from the movie would stay?
Yeah, we're already doing that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I would say for right now, it just depends on what story they're telling.
Yeah, because they technically did the like Cersei in a prequel movie, which was meh.
It wasn't a prequel movie, but I see what you're saying there.
Fair enough. I probably want a prequel, but I mean, they did technically prequels that sequel movie is confusing. So I guess they bring all the new cast back. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
depends.
see.
It really depends.
Also, considering how Zack Snyder knows how to use CGI with his own way of lighting scenes and background and so on, he could use the proper filter to make believable de-aging to some actors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could, because the thing about to your point, Pika, with the lighting, it's because Zach used to be a painter and he understands the way lighting is. Because if a scene is lit right, you can get away with a lot more than you wouldn't have previously.
But the DA technology itself, while it is cool technology, at the same time, I know it could be very, very janky if you don't know how to use it correctly.
Yeah, in terms of with light, exactly.
Yeah.
He remote says, I do remember Michael Fassbender as an extra or a small role in 300.
He was a Spartan.
Yeah, he was the guy who said. Yeah, he was the guy who said, "Then we fight in the shade."
Yeah, that was.
I didn't know that was him.
Yeah.
Question: maybe Zera's father as he invades Greece as well. That's what GDI is asking.
Oh.
We'll have to wait and see for when we get more news on this GDI in regard to 300. Because it's currently
it's coming at the end of development.
Yeah, so we don't. So a lot of the stuff could change as far as we know.
Yeah.
Anything can change between now and let's say 3 or 6 months down the line,
or 5 years.
I don't think it'll take like 5 years though.
Let's go. True. Let's think of our 18-month window and see how much could happen in that time.
Yeah, I would. It really depends on like. I would say the thing that's going to help Zach the most is if like, let's say the Rebel Moon director's cuts come out and do great in terms of like bringing attention. That increases Zach's like. What's the word? Zach's like reach
profile, basically.
Yeah, essentially. So then all of a sudden they're like, okay, we have to like get Zach in any way.
Yeah.
GDI. It's not a rumor. It's coming from Variety.
Yeah,
that is happening.
It's happening. It's not a rumor.
It's in development. It's not a rumor.
It's not a rumor. It's confirmed.
Which I know it sounds like a rumor because it's kind of unbelievable, but if it's being reported by Variety that's actually happening, it's not a rumor.
Yeah. Always remember, by the way, there's this one anecdotal truth that I came across. Where if you hear something that's a rumor, remember this: there is no rumor, but if we claim that there is a rumor, then we can create a rumor.
That is true.
But once again, if it's being reported by like a reputable source like Variety, I'm like, this way, they didn't even say like rumor. But Zach hasn't said anything. Variety has led misinformation in the past. Didn't they spread the Snyder bot rumor?
Yeah,
that was one writer, but. Okay, let me find this. It's the point is it's not a rumor. this is being picked up and run with multiple newspapers, GDI.
Yeah, and but this is the first Harley reported also reported Henry being in at not MSCC at DCC a few years ago. Yeah, that's the complete BS.
And mind you, you guys got to remember the person in charge of WBTV is the one that approached Zach. This isn't. Sorry, go on.
Real quick, and GDI, I agree with you on this. Yeah. Be cautious because this company has burned me in the past. A la Henry Cavill coming back.
Yeah, that thing I'm talking about before.
All I'm saying, I'm not saying it's 100% that pen to ink is happening. That they're in development, but I'm just saying the very fact that he is in talks with Warner Brothers is a big freaking deal, particularly for a possible continuation / completion.
Yeah.
Because again, I was telling Teladia this before we got started. You can't tell me that when Zach was in this meeting, when they were talking about 300, that the possibility of him doing JL Part 2 and 3 didn't come up.
Yeah, there's gotta be a possibility because no way. I'm trying not to curse.
Yeah.
If it didn't come across, then it was a unbelievable show of restraint from both parties.
Yeah, because either way, both parties actually have all the cards on the table. So going away.
So I think we'll switch gears because we've talked a lot, 70 minutes of the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, and we also discussed the 300 situation. GDI says maybe it's a way to test the waters. Yes,
true.
Maybe, but we'll see. But now it's time to do a transition. So everybody,
I love it.
Transition time.
Batman.
All right. Wonder Woman game in trouble.
Oh
God, when is anything Wonder Woman not in trouble? Honestly,
why?
What is it this time?
Oh, let's just say Greg Miller from Kinda Funny Games Daily, Kinda Funny, basically said that he heard from a source that the Wonder Woman game is in trouble, in development trouble. That's what he's heard. I've heard something different. Completely different, right? Which I'm not going to give their name out or anything, but all I'll say is that I've heard that Warner Brothers wants to push out this game by the end of this year, or by this year at least.
That is.
Here's the thing, Teladia. They could both be true, and WB wants to crap it out so they could have a release, but it's not in a good state. We could get another Suicide Squad kill the Justice League in terms of game quality.
Or something much worse.
Unbelievable broken base kind of thing. Game is coming out early. Damn, the game is broken and unplayable.
Just release it. They won't notice.
See what happens.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing, guys. This game was announced in 2021.
I got 2020.
No, 2021 at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I remember.
But was I
right?
But it's like the problem with that I'm thinking is, all right, it's very like concerning that to his point. It's okay. So it was announced in 21, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is 2024, and we still know next to nothing short of like some like pictures. And we know practically nothing about the hell. We knew basically what Suicide Squad was going to be at this point. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was pretty much announced back in 2020. With that whole trailer showing the squad and the evil mind controlled Superman. That was 2020 back then. So for the Wonder Woman, so far it's just that pre-rendered showing of the character model in a cinematic lighting, and nothing else. Or was there any music or voice acting thoughts on comment about what the theme or story in the game would be?
all we know is that she's returning to the island, so it's in the modern day.
Yeah.
She's been to man's world.
Mhm.
There was like someone speaking in the trailer. It wasn't Diana because it was referring to Diana.
It was Hippolyta.
Okay.
Oh, it could have been another Amazon. But
Mhm.
the other thing is like we know what the character design looks like, and I'm like
Mhm.
it's inspired
Mhm.
clearly inspired by Gal Gadot, and I'm happy
Yep.
about that. But
Yeah.
besides that, and maybe like some pictures some devs had on LinkedIn, there's next to nothing we know about this. That's why I
Mhm.
think eventually they're just gonna say pull it.
I don't want that. I don't want the game to be pulled.
Yeah.
I want a good
And
game.
iReport says it here, right? The Wolverine and Wonder Woman games were announced at the same time. We haven't heard anything about the Wolverine game until the game was leaked a few months ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do.
Remind me,
they-
what did that leak include? Story or gameplay?
Yeah, it
Gameplay.
showed, gameplay for the Wonder Woman, for the Wolverine game got leaked extensively, right? But for the Wonder Woman game, right, the only thing that has leaked out was the concept art, which was one of the developers put it on their banner, and it removed it immediately. But
Mhm.
I'll say this, right? Considering the Wonder Woman game has to be a success, WB has to put this game out as soon as possible right now.
Yeah.
So on
they
one
do.
hand, we have next to nothing, which could mean that they have managed to keep their lid shut about it and have much to surprise. Or on the other hand, there's the possibility that they don't have much. It's better be the
Yeah.
former than the latter.
Mhm.
But remember
Likely
how
it's the
long
latter. This is WB we're talking
WB.
about.
WB, yeah, WB, yeah.
WB Discovery.
there's also the kind of with the I'm not sure about it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but because I remember very little, not much about 2018. But when Aquaman the movie was coming out, didn't that also need to wait a long time, keep some stuff hidden before even the first trailer come out? Very
don't
close
remember.
to the movie coming out.
I think so. Yeah.
No, but
So,
here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing, though, guys. The way I see it is, the Wonder Woman game is a single player game, right? We know that, right?
yes.
Yes.
But the fact is, if they get this game out, let's say the end of this year,
Mm.
that means it's a W for Warner Brothers. So then they don't have to fully focus on Suicide Squad. Then they can basically say, "Oh yeah,
Mhm.
we don't need to fully fledged on the Suicide Squad game. We
Mhm.
could fully focus on the Wonder Woman game, pump as much content as we can for that game, and get people interested in that.
Mhm.
Focus on that, right? I don't think it's in trouble. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's in trouble, because if it was in trouble, I think a lot of us fans would know about the trouble that it's in.
Someone would have
Oh,
leaked it out.
because other fans tell other fans, and
Mhm.
they would report it.
It would have been reported that, oh yeah, it's in huge trouble. right?
You development hack basically.
Yeah. But it's
And-
like,
Sorry.
but it's like I said, though. I mean, the Wonder Woman game, if I had to put a bet, I think the Wonder Woman game might be at Summer Game Fest this year.
Mhm.
If I had to put
Yeah.
a bet.
We'll
Yeah.
know by the end of the week.
Hopefully.
We'll know by
Yep,
hopefully, yes.
hopefully.
What do you guys think about the Wonder Woman game? We'll start off with Tevia, then we'll go Pika, then we'll go to Jared.
I'm hoping, really hoping this game is not in development. You know the way I'm trying to say it. But I don't want this game to be a Cyberpunk situation, dude. I know Cyberpunk 2077 is a good game, but God, when that game launched, it was a buggy mess and a complete cluster. You know the word I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
Like it was not fun to play. Which I don't want the same fate having this game, because we've been wanting a Wonder Woman game for a decade next to Superman. Between Superman and Wonder Woman, the 2K are my opinion, 2K we want to get the games. Well, Superman might be probably number one. Wonder Woman actually goes second. And I want this game to succeed for our reasons. Reason number one, Because this can succeed, this may open the door for a single DC game, like a preventing game, or a Flash game, or a Superman game. Win number 2. This game must not fail. Because after shooters got killed to judge degree, I think it was a complete mess and complete dumpster the game in general. This game, I think, must show WBA we don't want a lot of service games. We need single player DC games, similar to Marvel when they do with their games. Like, I just hope this game turns out amazing and they don't rush the game out. That's all I want today. And as for the story, we don't know the story yet, so who knows? Time will tell. Let's see.
But Pika, what do you think of the Wonder Woman game?
Well, I suppose something similar to what Devia just said, that great if it's playable and manages to do all of the things we said, that push away from Suicide Squad and Wonder and learn what the story is. That's pretty much, because the story, if it pushes us to what you want to go, and the gameplay also, those are pretty much the hooks. If it's Wonder Woman, that brings you into want to see want to get it on. But then there's also needs to be a hook that keeps us in it. There's to be a story that motivates us to go forward in learn in exploring it more, and the gameplay in making us wanting to go further with it.
That too.
Najit saying, I'm hyped for the Wonder Woman game, and I hope we see something at Summer Game Fest or the Xbox Showcase.
If it shows up.
If it shows up the Xbox Showcase, that's a big question. Ironprod says, I remember that the Avengers game was announced several years before it got released in 2020. I don't think there was leaks or information given out by Square Enix.
And we all know how that turned out.
Yeah, and we all know how that turned out. It turned out really bad.
I have not experienced it, but I have seen others experiencing it.
Yeah, I played the game. I started watching my show. Disappointing.
But Jared, this is kind of something I wanted to ask you this, right? If they showed the Wonder Woman game there, right, at Summer Game Fest, how hype would you be if it's like a story trailer, nothing more, like just a story?
Well, it depends on the story trailer, because if it's going to be a story similar to Tom King's book, in which case I'm going to be dreading that game's release. Is it going to be an actual Wonder Woman story? Who's the villain going to be? Is it actually going to be a Wonder Woman villain? The thing about this, that I could legitimately see this game getting canked because WB and DC don't respect Wonder Woman. I've said this many times. They clearly don't, even though she's a third member of the Trinity, which is just a made-up concept, by the way. They don't respect that character, even though many times they want it to be.
Plus, not to mention, this Wonder Woman game, we don't know who the supporting cast is going to be, because is it going to be Steve Trevor, or we have Don Troy, or Cassie, or y'all for it, which, again, y'all for it, knowing it gives that, the one turn thing.
I do, but no one cares about Trinity. But the thing is, the other thing about it is that what's concerning me is that WB could go in and make them put in live service elements.
That the thing that would have made a mode.
That's a problem, because it's like it could be that it started off as a single player project, because this happens all the time, and Teladia can back me up on this.
Yeah.
Where and all of a sudden the parent company will come in and say, make it a live service so we can profit from it.
Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah, like Dead Space 3 case.
But the thing is, they've already said that it's not going to be live service. So,
and when did they say that though? A lot of time has passed.
Warner Brothers said that. Warner Brothers came out and made a statement.
When has Warner Brothers ever stuck to their word, Teladia?
Zeke, we are talking about the Wonder Woman game right now. We are talking about it right now as we speak.
Speaking of the story, actually, I think that I should probably brought this up, that compare to the previous games that they have made, like the Arkham games, for example, and now the Suicide Squad. Would the story be, because we don't know how the story is, would you, and depending on how long the game is, would it be set on one day, or would there be time skips between a few days or weeks? If it's also set in Themyscira.
It depends. That's a good question, but only time will tell for that part of the portion of the game, because the only thing we know is that it's set in Themyscira. That's the
Yeah.
only thing we know. It's not going to be set a man's world. It's set
And it's
in
open
Themyscira.
world.
Yeah.
By the way, I think it's a good. I think it's fair to say. I think we're done with the linear superhero games. Like you're in corridors and just doing stuff. I think this is the era of open world superhero games, which that's the best way to do it. Honestly,
If it's
Mhm.
Well,
mostly set
that-
on,
Sorry.
if it's
Go on.
mostly set on Themyscira, would it work similarly as Just Cause?
That could actually work. Or another game. I
Arkham
think-
Asylum probably in that there are some like linear corridors where it's pretty much like you can explore.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
knowing how Wonder Woman can also fly or jump
Use
long
it with
distances
that.
that make her look like she's flying.
I
They
think
would-
they said
they-
flying. Did
Yeah,
they?
okay, let's go
No,
with flying. She would not have need to run through or glide slow distances like Batman. Like she could probably have more mobility around
Yeah.
Themyscira.
The only thing I do know for the Wonder Woman game though is that the game has obviously modified the Nemesis system, right?
Mhm.
From
They've
Shadow
modified-
Mortar and Shadow War.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nemesis
Would-
system.
Does that mean that Themyscira would be invaded by some
Probably.
force?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah.
But
Like
depending who
Underworld,
they be.
Hades.
One at a time, guys. One at a time,
One at a
guys.
time. All right. Who wants to go first?
Let Peter go first because he would.
All right,
Mhm.
Pika, go first, and then Tevye will
So
go.
if it's set on the Themyscira and there's the Nemesis system, that would mean that, like, if compared to like a Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, that would mean that Themyscira would be occupied by some enemy force. It could be like the like Hades or some undead Amazons could be those. Or there's also the possibility that someone from the man's world has also invaded somehow, and there would be those kind of occupations.
Wasn't
Like-
there a storyline in the Simone run where Themyscira was like invaded by basically Nazis?
Yes.
Probably.
So they could probably go with that if they really want
Mhm.
inspiration.
Yeah, or they could do that. You guys know that I have upcoming the Bloodlines review that ended
Yep.
with Veronica Gale threatening to come invade or invade Themyscira in the future. That never
movie
happened because
sucked.
Apocalypse War.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
would that be something? Because
possible.
I mean, it would have to be an enemy that like goes with like an invading the Amazons, really. And I'm like, I can't see Veronica Gale doing that because I don't think she has the resources.
unless she has
Well,
somehow
she
managed
has
to get
cyber.
all the
Who-
villains to work as her underlings.
Yeah.
Who would you guys? Well, we'll start off with Tevye. Like, who would you want to be the villain though for the game?
For this type of game in general, I would like to see maybe not Ares, because we've done Ares too many times. I'd like to see maybe Dr. Cyber.
Maybe.
Because Dr. Cyber actually got into a killer, and only way I can know is Dr. Psycho, who they, you know what the one trying to say without
I
saying
mean,
Psycho,
here's the problem with Dr. Cyber. Isn't that a very tech-based thing? And if it's taking place on Themyscira, there's not a lot of tech there.
yeah, she tech-based done, so maybe
Unless
not
she-
her.
Dr. Psycho, maybe?
Psycho, I can see him do it, but
Man,
besides Psycho,
Wonder
just-
Woman must not like doctors for some reason.
Yeah, because both of them they're both Jeff. Like the Cyber, the Psycho, but there's one more thing I can bring that I can bring from here that had the resources. It's not a human character. It's more of a there's beside Hades, beside Ares. Oh, I know. There's one villain I know at the end. He didn't make it happy because you have a new see.
Who?
Who?
The first son of Zeus. He could be the main
Firstborn?
villain.
But here's the thing. The Zeus origin is very controversial with people, and I don't see them going in that direction.
True, but
Yeah.
now it's Zeus. I'm referring to the firstborn. The firstborn, he could be the main villain of his entire game because I think he had the research and all the power to pull this off. Granted, for what I remember that story, besides him, y'all guy had some other kid involved in that story with one of the new gods, Orion, within that story.
Yeah.
Which that confused me because wait, why do Orion here? Wait, shouldn't he be the dark
Why
side?
not? Why not?
Yeah, good point. But and the story I talk to people about in the story. But anyway, I think he got the opinion as supporting character for one, but add for villains. Besides, actually, the firstborn, which I do want to see. I think he could be a good villain for this game. But other than that, I think that's all I got for villain. Well, there's one with the Cheetah. We got Cheetah, but we actually made Glow God.
But here's the problem with that. Cheetah appeared in that crappy 1984 movie. So I'm like, do they? I think they would want to like separate themselves as much from
in the movies.
Either that or try to redeem the character by portraying her properly this time.
Yeah, because she did
the movie
in Judges too.
Yeah, agreed.
But she was one in Borderlands. So
yeah. So we got one comment from Iro. He's saying Ares and Cersei could be the main villains, Medusa's side villain, the Bana
Migdal,
and Monster from Doom Doorway as enemies fractions.
That could work.
Oh,
yeah, Bana Migdal would actually be a good. Now that it was brought up, they were the other Amazon faction that broke off and then
went to Egypt, basically.
Yeah, the Bana Migdal would be a good enemy faction.
I can see them being the case because technically they're on Amazons. Which they could adapt Amazon Attack, but do it 10 times better. Because we got Secret Amazon Attack.
No, they wouldn't do that because Amazons are not invading Washington, D.C.
No,
yeah, true.
It's
but
the other faction of Amazons attacking the other.
Sorry.
Yep. Go on. Who said it first?
I think I said Amazon Attack first. And
I still don't think they would want to even touch that the 10-foot pole.
And I responded to that by saying that it wouldn't be Amazons attacking Man's World, it would be another faction of Amazons attacking Amazons on Themyscira.
But still, I highly doubt that they would want to even associate Wonder Woman with that story.
Yeah, because remember, as I said, we got a sequel to that.
That's like one of the worst DC stories of all time.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, and remember, we also got a sequel to that book, the Amazon Attack 2, kind of, sort of. And that story was stupid because the main villain of that story was actually Hera. Wait, what? That makes no sense. And then why she attacking like the Greek? It was so stupid. The ending made it like, you gotta be kidding me. Did that story ends? Hera gets away? What the? Oh, it's so frustrating and stupid.
But Jared, what do you think, like, villain-wise?
Look at my shelf. Probably. I mean, they could use the gods and make it like maybe Hera is, and she has like, or Cersei, and she has like mind control of the Amazons. You could go with that. Or if you don't want to, if you want to go with a more man-made villain, you could use Dr. Psycho and Silver Swan, but bring in a few of those. Maybe Giganta is like a big boss battle. You could roll with that. There's any number of Wonder Woman villains. It's just you need someone that actually reads Wonder Woman comics. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't.
Yeah, with this sand.
Yeah, I have been trying to keep up with after Rebirth. It's kind of fizzled out to. Trying to tie in Wonder Woman to the Greek, to the Norse mythology or something like that. And then it went to Tom King, and Tom King is. Jared has made it very clear what.
Yeah, Jared has made it very clear. Yes.
Yep.
Zeke says just caught up with the recent DC Comics as Absolute Power, going to be like the Ultimate Universe in Marvel.
The current or the previous one?
The new one, probably.
But guys, like, if you guys,
but
guys in the chat, if you got any questions you'd like to ask about the Wonder Woman game, feel free to ask. We'll ask that throughout the stream because I know it's a big topic right now. It's a lot of people are still discussing about the fact it's in trouble. I'll be happy to talk about it throughout the stream. Oh yeah, and there's Grail. Yes.
But you would have to introduce Darkseid for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you can't just throw it. Plus, is Grail really a character that a lot of Wonder Woman fans know?
No,
that's mostly when it comes to the. Have I told you about what did you see my tweet about when I wanted to say about sandbox principle.
Mm-mm.
Something a new term I wanted to coin with something. So basically something that let's show you. DC is a sandbox, but in there there are those own sandboxes like Batman's sandbox, Superman's sandbox, Wonder Woman's sandbox. This game needs to start out as its own sandbox without anyone being brought over from those other sandboxes.
Yeah, that makes sense. And especially because Grail, even though I like Grail as a villain, she's a cool villain. She only appeared in the Dark Civil War story at the end of 52. And then in Wonder Woman, with a great story. I love that story, by the way.
Actually, her debut was the end of Forever Evil when they said Anti-Monitor's invading, and then we see a shot of her. We don't know it's her, but it's her.
Oh, yeah. I forgot she at the end of that story.
Remember when, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Batman Superman series in the New 52 try to say that the daughter of Darkseid was some other character who was basically goofing off and trolling?
Give me just a dark game.
You can actually. That's not really a bad idea, but I would. I really think that DC has to focus on single character games first. Get that down, then you can do team.
Yeah, because after Suicide Squad butchered the Justice League so badly,
that's why I say we're not going to get a Justice League game anytime soon until we get at least a game for like two other Justice Leaguers.
Yeah.
So like Superman.
After Wonder Woman, try to like maybe see if you can get if Superman is too hard, maybe some Green Lantern, like you have been saying, make it be like Mass Effect. Like Green Lantern. That could be one thing, and then there's a Aquaman movie could probably work on a similar basis and gameplay style as Wonder Woman because both are basically heavy hitters in certain aspects.
So Naji's asking, I'm worried about the Wonder Woman game with this recently. What's going to happen to this and more? Here's the thing, Naji, right? To answer your question, right? It's not a bad thing. There's not been a big major leak about the development side of it, right? It's only been rumored from Greg Miller. So I would take it as a rumor. I would take it with a grain of salt because that could mean anything. It could mean, oh, the production wise it's slowed down a little bit, or it could mean something along the lines of, oh, maybe they're having issues with putting it on next gen or on PC port. It could mean anything, right?
Yeah.
So that's the way I see it. It's not a big loss because they can still release the game, right? And and it can still work out in our favor because at the end of the day, a really good example of a game that had bad, saying, oh, they were in trouble or something was, I believe, was it Cyberpunk? I can't remember.
Yes, Cyber 2077. You're right about that. That game was in development at the
Cyberpunk was in developmental hell for a long time. For a long time before the go on.
And now they released Phantom Liberty as a new game version with a fixed version. It's basically okay. There's the possibility that they could risk releasing it in a Cyberpunk 2077's original state, at which it would be
buggy.
And then there will also be a game of the year edition or some kind of re-release where everything is fixed.
That could work.
Arkham games did have the same. That used to be a thing back in 10 years ago. I remember Arkham City had a Game of the Year edition, and Injustice had also with all the DLC characters coming with that edition and so on.
So then Jet the 2 are the gold edition.
And that too, yeah.
Yep, that also how do the case. Like, I don't think it would be the case, but that's also a risk in general because if you do that with the game in a buggy state, not a lot of people are going to play your game at the R1 because this game is buggy. Don't have it is stupid.
That's why I said it would be a risk and something they could do, but a risk is something they could do. They could also be like kind of pro cons kind of way of looking at it, and it would also be okay. Yeah, it would be a risk. It's something they could do, but it would be a risk.
Only time will tell, though, guys. Like that's what I can say for that. But anyway, let's switch gears and let's do another transition because I think it's a good time for us to talk about a different topic because we've been on this topic for quite a long time. So,
Right.
so Summer Game Fest, The Wolf Among Us, Season 2, not going to be there, which is a big surprise considering Jeff Keighley was the first person to say, oh, yeah, Summer Game Fest is going to have The Wolf Among Us. And now all of a sudden it's not going to be there. First we'll start off with Tevia, then Pika, then Jared. So Tevia, kick it off. What are your thoughts of The Wolf Among Us Season 2 not being at Summer Game Fest this year?
I'm very disappointed about that because I've been a huge fan for the World Among Us game. Actually, like before we started, I did show guys in my game in World Among Us 1. I love that game, and this was my favorite game that came out of that year. And I've been waiting for Season 2 forever, for years, but not years since the first game came out. For a decade. And the second we got World Among Us 2, and I was happy, like, yay! Finally, my favorite game's finally getting a sequel. I'm so happy. But then I heard it. What? You what do you mean this game not coming up Summer Game Fest? What do you mean the game's not happening? What's happening? Like, I'm so crushed by this that I just don't understand what's happening. Because come on, this game I wanted to see I won. Forget Walking Dead. This is the game I won because if you never read the Fable comics, you never read the story before. Fable is a very complex story. The fact that they were to adapt the story and video game form was amazing. So it's not fair. Why is the sequel not happening? I just don't get it. Like, I'm just disappointed that it's happening.
Okay. But I want to answer a couple of questions before we get to you, Pika. So Blazing Flame says, hi y'all. Is it true that WB Games Montreal doesn't have a studio head and director? If so, what does this mean for the unannounced DC game? So to answer your question through that, Blazing Flame, yes, they don't have a studio head currently and a game director in regards to because Patrick Redding and Jeff Eleanor left the studio, right? And in regards to the Superman game, that's still going ahead, or the unannounced game, that's still happening, right? Without a studio head and a director, they can still make the game, right? That was without a shadow of a doubt, right? Because if you think about it, there could be a game director already for the unannounced game. It's just that maybe for the second game they probably don't, or the third game they probably don't have one. Zeke says it seems like Batman VR game and the Hogwarts Legacy update are the only things that are going to be shown. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see on that, Zeke. I mean, the VR game is definitely yes. I know that for a fact, but we'll be talking about that in a bit in the VR game. But Blazing Flame says, does that mean we won't see its announcement for years to come? No, I think the game would get announced. I mean, I spoke to the leaker. I spoke to a leaker in regards to the WB Games Montreal game, and he said that we probably would get an announcement either next year or something, and the game would release either 2026 or 2027. So that's
3 years tops.
2 to 3 years at tops before we get the game. But regardless, the game is still happening, right? WB Montreal isn't getting shut down. That's not going to happen.
Oh, I sure hope so.
So hopefully that will answer your question, Blazing Flame, in regards to that. Pika, so I will kick it off. I want to ask you about the Wolf Among Us Season 2 not being at Summer Game Fest. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, after just having refreshed myself about the whole game while going through the Wikipedia article, did they seriously scrap the entire game last year because they decided to use a different engine?
I didn't know about that.
The game was being developed on Unreal Engine 4 before it was upgraded to Unreal Engine 5 during last year, and is to be released on that side. It's been worked on from scratch. They started working on it on scratch last year.
This to explain why it's not coming to Summer Game Fest.
The game was set to be released last year, but on March 1st last year, they announced that it would be delayed to this year. Development team decided to switch into Unreal Engine 5 would be worth the effort of redoing much of the work that was already on Unreal Engine 4 due to abundance of features in a newer version of the game, and delayed decisions was made to avoid the crunch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then there's the whole thing that Bill Willingham making Fables be public domain.
But Fable was already in public domain, so I'm confused.
Yeah, but the Fables versions, the source of where the Fables came, the original versions, they are in public domain, but the ones that Bill Willingham made as his own versions, those are now also there.
Yeah. So anyone could use this character acting without consequences.
But Jared, what do you think about the Wolf Among Us season 2?
I mean, it's disappointing for people, but it could be they don't have a lot of stuff that they want to like show that's going to give a good first impression of the product. Because like I always said, even with the James Gunn Superman suit, I'm like, first impressions are very essential, particularly in like the media industry. So you can't afford to have a bad first impression.
Yep, that is true. Jared, you're right about that.
Yeah. So I'll say this in terms of the Wolf Among Us season 2, right? The way I see it is that if this game does not get released this year, it'll be next year for sure, right? Because they need a big game next year, right?
Yeah.
Wikipedia says it's gonna be 2025
or 2026.
Oh no, 2025. No, it'll be 2025 for sure, because it's been far too long since the game has been announced.
That's true. Yeah.
So
when was the game announced?
2023, I would say 2022. It was after the pandemic. I do know that.
According to this, that it's one of
it was at
the company announced it were 2019.
So before the pandemic.
The company announced the Wolf Among Us 2 at the Game Awards 2019. Sequel will continue events after the first game. The role remain as a prequel to the comic series.
Oh yeah, it did feel a prequel to one thing I played that game years ago.
Need to do a read through on that.
Yeah. But let's switch gears, because we did talk, and we're going to talk about Marvel Rivals now. So
transition.
Yeah, transition. Marvel Rival has got a console trailer, and Jared has not seen the trailer yet.
No,
neither have I actually.
You haven't?
So for Marvel 4, I haven't seen the trailer for Marvel Overwatch. Yeah,
the Marvel Overwatch trailer.
That's what it is. It's an Overwatch clone.
No, what about that?
So I'm gonna put it up on stream, and we're gonna let Jared react to it live on the Teladia Plays channel.
Oh boy,
you're gonna have me too, unless it's the one I think yes.
Yeah, it's on
all right. Let's see.
PlayStation in the print showcase
4 days ago. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen this either.
You haven't seen this either?
2 reactions for the price of 1.
Yay!
Yep, I saw it in State of Play.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Yes!
Venom!
All realities converge here. Yes.
Oh, Adam Warlock.
There's the gameplay.
Yep.
All right. Oh, that was cool. I'm playing as Venom!
Yep.
Stronger together.
At least they have the intelligent and not James Gunn ruined Adam Warlock.
I feel like that.
What does this remind? Reminds me about not more than something.
Here we go. Magneto.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting design.
Oh, yes, Mantis.
I'm back, baby. 3, 2, 1, blast off!
Buddy.
Here we go.
Who's the bird getter?
Venom teaming up with Spider-Man.
No, not Venom. The female getter.
Everybody is fighting.
Yep, there's Storm.
And it's coming to consoles.
And there's Roxy's daughter.
And it's crossplay.
Yep.
Mhm.
Black Panther.
Maybe.
Could
Not
be
bad.
July 24. That's not Scarlet Spider. Yeah, whatever.
But like it says here.
No, it's but the costume it's wrong. You're gonna not
No.
Scarlet Spider costume.
Well,
Close-
Spider,
close-
it's a
Rewind
different variant
real quick
costume.
to Teladia. Let me see the costume.
All right, 1 second.
No, it's okay. That's the Kane costume.
Kinda, but Kane was red. Kane
It tries to be Kane
on
costume.
there, and the match was red.
That's not
black.
Scarlet Spider. That's not Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider. If that is, that's not what people know Scarlet Spider to be. Scarlet Spider has the hoodie.
Yeah, that's Ben Riley's costume. Ben Riley's got it blue and red, but this is not Kane costume at all. This is not Kane. They got the costume mixed up.
Yeah.
So what do you think,
They could
Jared?
still fix it.
It looks
The
okay.
trailer-
It's not
The
bad.
trailer might have the wrong version, but they could still fix it in the final release.
I can see that being the case.
We got a couple of comments. Najee saying, I'm shocked about Wolf Among Us Season 2 not being at the Summer Game Fest. Same here. Najee is also saying, I can't wait for Marvel Rivals. I can't wait to play this and play as Venom.
Yep.
Yeah, like it's going to be crossplay in the beta. I can confirm that for you guys. The beta for Marvel Rivals is going to be crossplay. You'll be able to play with your friends. If you've already played the beta on PC, or sorry, the alpha on PC, and if you reach level 10 on that, you'll be able to automatically get into the beta. No questions.
Yeah.
So fun fact for you guys there,
Nice.
which is very, very cool. But like, I'm excited for this game. That's a game that me and Jared will definitely be streaming on YouTube and
do.
Twitch. On YouTube,
We'll
Twitch.
be dominating is what the word actually is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be
dominating.
It'll
Indeed.
be dominating. It'll be the Comics League dominating the universe.
Mhm.
Nice. That's a good title.
Yeah.
That will be the Comics Leaguers dominating the universe.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we'll have to wait and see for that. But now is our last topic, which is Arkham Shadow. So let's transition. Which is sorry, we got two more things, but the last gaming thing, and then we got one movie thing to do. So Arkham Shadow villain revealed. Now, this is coming from Caboose, everybody. A good buddy of mine's,
Ooh, I forgot.
very trusted person. He's very reliable in the Arkham community. He did an interview with the game director and the founder for
The VR company made the game.
Arkham Shadow, for the Arkham Shadow game. Yeah. So, and they went through all the Easter eggs that we didn't get to see, particularly. And one particular thing is we are going to be getting potentially Wraith in the game.
Wraith.
Oh,
Wraith.
That's
Wraith
an
is the-
interesting pick for a Batman villain.
Yeah,
yeah,
considering
I don't remember him.
Considering how Arkham Asylum had Wraith's origin story written on Prometheus's bio.
Yeah.
Then again, they also talked about Hugo Strange as if he was an established character, and then Arkham City had Hugo Strange be someone like first time facing off against Batman. So
They always do that.
Yeah, retcon, baby.
yeah, but yeah, Wraith is that Batman villain who's basically one of those anti-Batman who have kind of a very parodic or switched out origin compared to Batman. Like his parents were criminals who were killed by the police in the middle of trying to steal something. Actually, think about how I don't want to make any real world comparisons, but that sounds like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I know what you're pointing to.
it just hit me.
What
Oh.
are you thinking?
But anyway, yeah, it's pretty like a Batman is Wraith is that someone who had criminal parents who were killed by the police while trying to steal something, and Wraith, of course, then dedicated his life to being a supervillain who protects criminals from the law.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and Commissioner Gordon in the early part of his career was that police who shot
Oh.
Wraith's parents.
I know about that part.
What are
It's
you
one
thinking?
of those I think in the 70s or 80s. Those kind of comics there. But you need.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
Speak more while I do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Julia.
No, I was gonna say, if Wraith is gonna be the main villain for the game, I think that's or the side villain for the game. I think that's great. But what's also interesting, Ratcatcher was also introduced into that game,
Oh god.
Yeah.
which is we've never seen Ratcatcher before in the Arkhamverse, so this is gonna be interesting for that. Harley Quinn is also
Of
gonna be in the
course.
in the game, but it's gonna be her early years.
So after Arkham Origins.
Yes, after Arkham Origins, yes. Because confirmed to be voicing Batman is Roger Craig Smith.
Not
Ooh.
bad. I like
Yeah.
that.
I love his boy Batman in that game.
Yeah. His
Roger
Bruce
Craig,
Wayne could use some getting used to, but Batman, okay.
But here's the thing on that. It's like that was for a reason because it's like this is a Batman. It's like not really focused on Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it is young Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
this
kind
is-
of funny how no. Remember in Grant Morrison's run, actually, it was still the older Batman before Damian was introduced. But there was that one point where Alfred, there's the funny moment where Alfred said, "Remember that time when you try to teach yourself how that deep voice you use as Batman?" Bruce was like, "You're using it all the time."
Mhm.
That's funny.
Mhm.
Good times.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see where they go from here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. That'd be cool.
Yes, it will be interesting for that. But yeah, but what I was gonna say, oh yeah, so Arkham Shadow, right? The
Mhm.
game is gonna have a story trailer at Summer Game Fest. That
But
is
now I have
gonna
to look forward to that.
that is gonna be confirmed. We're gonna get a closer look at the suit. That is gonna happen as well.
Yep.
Go on.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of the Wave and on here, I just realized something. In a way, technically from media, but Pumedia's backstory is similar to the backstory that what Peter said about Colonel was shot down by cops. So if Wave is the main villain of this game, this could also confirm that we're not getting Joker in this game. Which good reason, because we need a bit of Joker right now after Suicide Squad did not do Joker at all. So if it means we get a serious villain at best, this could actually work in their favor. Now the question is, though, would this villain maybe appear in future Batman Arkham game in the future? If he, not, dead.
Oh.
Because besides him, could it open the door for the Court of Owls? Talon? Could he be involved in a sequel? Maybe.
You would
Go
need
on.
the Court of Owls, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Because we did see Court of Owls statue in Arkham Origins.
No, but you would need to actually have a previous game where they showed up.
That's true, but
Yeah.
we
They
need to go about
actually
it in
showed
Gotham
up
Knights.
instead of being like teased. Because that's
Yeah.
one of
Yeah.
those things. There are some like Batman villains where you can just throw them in there after a brief tease. The Court, you can't really do that.
You can't use them. No,
Yeah.
you can't. Because the last time
It's
we
also-
talked about what Gotham Knights.
It's also something of a think back to how Scott Snyder first introduced the Court. There were some people who broke Batman in captivity, caught Batman, had him in the labyrinth for a week or so. Then, when he escaped, they released all the Talons around Gotham, and they and had a Batman and all the family and everyone who Batman had at hand helped they take them out. And then there was who was that? Lincoln March, who claimed to be Thomas Wayne Jr., the prime Earth version of Owlman,
from Earth
killed
3.
the higher ups of the court. But then there was also kind of that there's the court in Gotham, and then there's a global parliament of owls
from Leavenworth.
Yeah, as in the court is in Gotham, parliament is worldwide. That's kind of that was maybe an excuse to keep the court still around after they were dealt with.
Which unfortunately led to diminishing returns. Because remember, after Scott started the Corbell story, every other letter wrote the Corbell wrote that, well, not good. They're all idiots. So the fact that John will bring the Corbell back again could be interesting. But the problem is before we brought the Corbell in Gotham Knights, and we know how that game turned out. That game turned out badly. So, if we can't do him, maybe we could do Lincoln March again, but this time maybe someone to call out, maybe have an own separate backstory. Because I think you can make him work in Owlman 2 or Owlman 1.
By the way,
I wouldn't bring in anything that has to do with the multiverse, though.
No. By the way, there's the going back to Wrath. There are the Wikipedia says that there are about 2 Wraths. The first one was someone unnamed who didn't have a name, and then there's the Elliot Caldwell, and then there were a version who was in the New 52 also. In the detective comics run.
Oh yeah, I forgot you in that book. You only get one story. Question: what Wraith design again? I'm trying to remember.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, look.
There's the orange costumed one, purple costumed one, and there's no picture on the Wikipedia page of the New 52 version.
Okay, we're talking about the Batman villain Wraith because there was one in Superman Unchained.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was in that movie.
Oh, here
story.
Book.
Yeah,
book.
All right.
Here we go. This is Wraith.
Oh yeah, that's him. Now I remember him.
Yeah, that's the New 52 Wraith.
Okay.
Yeah, not the one I heard about.
Or Wrath, to pronounce better. Wraith is the Spider-Man character.
Yeah, from Spidey.
Yeah. So I'll say this though: the Batman Arkham Shadow game is going to be very interesting to see where they go in the direction for the story. What direction? Where does Robin fit into this? And because remember, Robin was in the multiplayer game, so
yeah. Well, actually, not multiplayer. It was kind of Arkham Origins mode in that game.
Yeah. Arkham Origins could have used a Dark Victory style sequel, which introduced Robin, because Dark Victory is also one of those many Robin origin comics. They introduced Robin after the halfway point.
That's true.
Yeah. So let's switch over to our last and final topic.
All right. What do we have?
We have, where is it? The Veta trailer reaction. Now, obviously, I can't really play that on stream though, Jared, because of copyright. It's got copyrighted music.
All right. Well, the point is, it's the third and I believe final movie for Venom, and they brought in like a lot of different symbiotes, and in a way, they kind of addressed that symbiote Easter egg from tease from the end of Spider-Man. In a way, I'm watching this and I'm like, that doesn't make sense though.
Yeah.
I watched it right before coming over here because I had not watched it yet,
but the point is, it looks good. I mean, it looks on par with the other movies, and I'm definitely gonna be checking it out.
Most definitely.
It's the Venom movies kind of, they feel like they're held back by by the lawyers telling that this and this character can't be used, and this and this influence can't be used. Like, it's like a similar thing.
Yeah.
Like, remember how when the Ash vs. the Evil Dead series came out,
Yep.
and
I love that series.
Bruce Campbell had a wooden hand prosthesis instead of the mechanical arm that he had at the end of Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was apparently because they didn't have the rights at the time for that movie, and they had to casually jump over in not mentioning it.
I was wondering
Late-
about that. I wonder
Yeah,
why
they
did that.
later got the rights back at the end of the second season when they could use the Necronomicon to go back in time
That makes sense.
and mentioned about him going to the Middle Ages.
Interesting.
Jared, what do you think? Obviously, you mentioned about the trailer, but what do you think, Tevya, of the trailer?
Yeah, I did my own reaction to the trailer, General Anthony, which I would do it. I did somebody now good claim, thank God. But my reaction to the trailer is why? Like, this seems so like stupid. And plus, I don't get why they're doing the similar invasion again, because we did the similar invasion with Riot, that went nowhere. Carnage was wasted in the second movie, which why the heck waste Carnage? I don't get it. Carnage is the biggest Venom villain you have in Venom. Without him, who do you have left? No, but no one knows no is. So this third movie worried me a lot because okay, it is the same damn plot point from 1 and 2 because we had the military involved with some military jerk involved going to Venom, who's not interesting. I don't care about this villain whatsoever. And apparently, after from what I heard from rumors, apparently that little kid in the Venom trailer, that's really Peter Parker. Which what? That doesn't make any sense. That can't be Peter Parker. That doesn't make any sense. That was so many puddles, it would come my brain to explode.
Let's hope that it's just a rumor.
Yeah,
Until it's
let's hope that's a
confirmed to
rumor.
be true, let's consider it as a rumor.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't went all. But I just did not feel with the trailer because I've been burned so many of these Sony edited movies and I've been fun. Madam Web was a failure, a complete train wreck. Or yeah, you see Madam Web movie? Or no?
I did on Netflix, and
I saw it in theaters and
why was this thing greenlit?
I have no
Tax
idea.
fraud.
Yeah, I agree. I'm saying
Maybe
it
they
was
were trying to launder
bad.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my
And
God.
Najee says, I hope we get an animated movie, Venom movie from Sony after the live action films. Maybe. Time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. Yeah,
Pika,
but-
what do you think of what? Have you seen the trailer, Pika, or no?
I just did before I jumped in here.
Okay, what do you think of the trailer?
Yeah, well, like I just said, it feels like it's been held back.
Yeah.
Like they want to do the whatever her bombastic stuff and keep the lore that they have made up to be, but still, it feels like they're holding themselves. They're held back by trademark and copyrights of characters and elements that they can't use.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
that's accurate.
Pretty much the Evil Dead reference I use, it's pretty much that.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Jared, you've already given your thought, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So before we end, I'm going to give out 5 gifted membership to the community. So whoever gets it, good luck. Iron Smash Web, Gamer Chief 101, Laser Gaming 08, Steve Seagal Shannon fan, Ian McCormack. Congratulations on 5 gifted. You guys getting the gifted memberships. And also before RJ, thanks for you got a gifted membership. Chris got a gifted membership. Jeffrey Miller got a gifted membership. And Broken Horn got a gifted membership. So congratulations. And also Pat Fruna was also gifted a membership. So congratulations to you guys. Welcome to the Teladia Plays Club. And you guys get the exclusivity for members panels and members only videos and stuff like that. We will be doing a lot more members videos very soon. And first uploads and stuff like that. That is already planned. But anyway, let's do our outros now. I think it's a good opportunity for us to wrap up. So we'll kick it off from bottom right, then we'll work our way up. So, Tevia, please let the community know what you're coming up on your channel and where they can find you.
Yep. You can follow me on YouTube, Thomas Burger. I'm actually I got a channel. Summer Game Fed. I'll be live streaming that on channel I think this Friday. I plan to do nothing about that one. So I'm hoping I can get Peter join me in that one. Joe, I know you're busy Friday in general, so you won't be able to join me in that one for Summer Game Fest, I presume.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So you won't join me, but I hope I will stream. But besides that, Jonathan, I'm also collabing with another actually I'm streaming Nerd Cage Live. Yeah, I'm streaming. I'm joining that stream at the this Friday as well. It's 7:00 p.m. in January, so I'll be streaming that one. Well, it's not my streaming. That it's Nerd Cage live stream. I'm joining a different show on that one. So that one actually I'll be joining that one as well. So same with that. But as for reviews on my channel, I'll be reviewing the main Spider-Man issue 51 on my channel, even though that book hurts me a lot. But I want to see my supper, so I'll review that book. Which why? Why do I do myself? Why? Huh? The good news is I got a new book coming out this week. Ultimates, the new Ultimate book for the new Open Marvel Universe. That book I'm reviewing ASAP. That book will be awesome. I can't wait. But other than that, the movies, I read Haiku, the volleyball movie with my parents, my mom. We saw the movie in Peters. It was an ancient anime movie. If you're into volleyball sports movies, check the movie out. It's a fun movie. Other than that, I think that's all I got for kind of my channel. Who knows? Let's see.
Okay, Pika, what have you got coming up on your channel?
I have in writing coming up indie game review, out of which I have already published a promo and or fan edit over the weekend. Then I have 2 movie reviews coming up on the Superman Doomsday movie from 2007 and Wonder Woman Bloodlines. And then, as we close to the part 3 of Crisis on Infinite Earths, I will have the last 4 issues of the original comic covered and then compared to the last movie. And our friend Jay Heath, he will have voice acting in that video.
Woo!
And while I'm writing those scripts, I will also be streaming Kingdom Hearts 2 after I get the Reverse Rebirth, aka the Riku's campaign done. Also, I have Kingdom Hearts tattoos, by the way.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool. Okay, Oblivion.
Yeah.
Nice. Is that what you got coming up?
Yeah, that's what I have coming up.
Okay,
I can
cool.
be found on YouTube over that name. And on
Pika
Twitter.
Yeah, Pika Shades on Twitter and YouTube. Okay. Jared from Comics League, please let the fans know what you're coming up on your channel.
All right, so I'm about to. I'm gonna film and release later my for members first my review of Yaira Volume 1, and then I'm going to, in terms of Under Two Capes, Robert and I are going to talk about the effect Frank Miller has had on DC. In terms of movie night, we're going to be discussing the Judge Dredd movie, and then Britt and I are going to do a rant about the DC fandom.
Ooh,
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be fun.
That's gonna be fun.
As for me, you guys can follow me on Twitter, which is @TeladiaPlays's_. That is where most of my tweets will be posted in regards to anything video games, comics, animation, whatever. You'll find me stuff there. If you want to, if you're new around here, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and if you hit the like button, guys, it will help tremendously. And guys, I'm on that road to 2K. I'm so close to it. I'm about 15, just over 15 subs away from 2K. So if we can reach that goal by the end of this year, I would have to forfeit, and Jared has to force me to do something I'm not allowed to do. I hate doing. He's gonna have to make me do it, and
that's painful.
Yeah, he'll think of something painful. So if you guys wanted the subscribe button, I want me to be suffering, then hit that subscribe button. It does help, and it will actually help Jared be even laughing at the end of the day. He'll be laughing all the way to the bank and back.
Yep.
So there's that. But if you guys want to become a member and want to go the extra mile, so we have got memberships. So it's from 0.99 or 99 cents or 99 pennies to $4.99, and essentially you guys can basically become a member. Do members only videos. You could become a panelist like these Chuckle guys, right? Like
Mhm.
Pika and
Mhm.
Jared and Tavia. You guys can become a member, and we rotate the streams, rotate the panelists as long as you're civil and as long as you follow the rules. You're more than welcome to participate on the panel for the memberships, right?
Yep.
So that includes anyone that was gifted a membership recently, and anyone like, for example, Zeke as well. If you ever wanted to hop on, you can always DM me, and we can always sort that and arrange that up for the next stream. But so this is it for today. So make sure you like, comment down below if you're watching this later as a VOD. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the Wonder Woman game, the Gal Gadot news. Let us know your thoughts on Summer Game Fest. What are your predictions? What you're excited for? What you're not excited for? And also let us know like what your thoughts on Marvel Rivals and all the topics we discussed. Leave it in the comment section below. So like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And until the next episode, Jared, as always, please do the outro.
Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs with General Zod, Zois, and Maxabat for life.
And we'll see you guys on the next exciting Teladia Plays members panel stream. Take care, everyone.